Do you fish? No. You know, people who don't fish think that fishing is lazy or boring, but it is the complete opposite. There are 100 little decisions to be made, variables to be considered, and you're never quite sure what made the difference. Did I cast too high, too far to the left? Did I reel it in too slow or too fast? Is the lure too shiny or too dull? Do I stay here or should I go over there? And you know it's not luck, but you do not know by how much. Because I am never disappointed out here, because I don't expect anything, because anything is possible. I can be hopeful out here, even in failure. Because I know if I just go out there around that tree, it might be different. Something might be different. Something I do might make a difference.
fluorocarbon I will use, but I have an extremely sensitive rod.
Hold up.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
On my property, you didn't win shit in my yard.
Wait.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
You're listening to Fishing the DMV with your hosts, Thomas Ahrens and Jared Mounts. Fishing the DMV is brought to you by Jake's Bait and Tackle, located in Winchester, Virginia.
If that doesn't get you jacked up, I don't know what will.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Fishing the DMV. I'm your host, Thomas Ahrens, and brought back by popular demand, we are live right now at Icast, and so we're going to go straight to it. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know, and I'll send it to my crew down in Florida. So without further ado, here we are.
There we are. He's got us on. We are at the Bait Fuel. Are you hearing me, Thomas, now? We are
Yes,
at the
I can.
Yes, he's got us. Okay, so we are at the Bait Fuel American Tackle Company, I think is what it is, right? American Bait Works. Gosh, I keep doing that wrong. This is
Hey, guys.
Garrett Thompson. Jared's going to talk about this.
Yeah, so funny story. So we're come down to Icast every year, obviously. Caden Vincent, who worked for us at Jake's, fished with Garrett Thompson at WVU. He lets me know, hey, you got to go check out Garrett. He's now working for American Bait Works. Didn't catch up with him yesterday. Met him last night. Ran into the owners, co-owners of this company, and they just hired him a couple weeks out of WVU, was an angler for them, went in digital marketing. Garrett, how was fishing at WVU first and foremost?
Fishing at WVU is actually really cool, you know. The college fishing thing really got me going into the fishing industry, and once I started college fishing, I realized I wanted to work in the fishing industry, and so here we are, so that's pretty cool.
So what, you've been hired, like 2 weeks ago, was it? Or?
Yeah, this Icast, the second day of Icast, this is my second day on the job, so.
And he was hanging out with KVD last night, and he's just living the dream.
The pros are everywhere, it's awesome.
And you're from Morgantown. Did you fish in high school?
Yeah, I'm from Morgantown. I fished in high school. I actually started the Morgantown High School fishing team. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is really cool. So Garrett's now working here, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about these different products and what you got for us today.
Yeah, so a couple of the new products we're launching here at Icast. This is the Snag Proof Zoo series. So right here, we have the Zoo Dog, which is like a soft style walking bait, you know. It's basically a spook, you know, it's a walking bait, but you can throw it around grass, you can throw it around weeds, you can put it in the same places you can put a frog, you know, but it's got that soft body, it's got a frog style hook, super weedless, got the feather. So that's the Zoo Dog, and then we have the Zoo Pup, which is a smaller size, you know, same thing, spook, it's got the soft body, very weedless. And we also got the Zoo Pop. So this is a really a big lure for us. You know, it's gonna kind of change the game on how you can get, you know, such a small little bait like a popper into tight little areas and not get it snagged up. Because usually you're throwing a popper, it's got treble hooks on it. So this is really gonna change the game.
Very cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
What are these
Those
giant?
will be all available in the fall.
This is all.
Yep. Yeah, and these are some of our one of our guys that works here. He paints our lures. He does all sorts of custom painting and stuff like that. He makes all these lures handmade.
That's a giant grasshopper.
Yeah, he's really talented.
So let's go take a look at Scum Frog too, because that's a popular thing in our area. People like the Scum Frog.
And I am going to make it a mission to get them back in because they've been just hard to get from some distributors. So I'm going to work directly
So
with
we've
them.
got pretty much every model of Scum Frog over here. We've got our trophy series. We've got our Bobby's Perfect Frog. One of the new things we actually did this year for fun, we're launching at Icast as well, is we have the Trailer Park series. Yeah, so these are just kind of, you can catch fish on them, but, you know, they're like a collectible as well. So this is like our dumpster fire, you know. We had
That's straight out of WVU, isn't it? Yeah. Dumpster fire?
Yeah.
You guys know all about those?
Oh, yeah, we do.
After a big win in football
Yeah,
game?
big win in West Virginia, you know. We like to light things on fire. But yeah, and we got the Trash Panda, you know, little raccoon. We actually had Matt Robertson, you know, talking about these yesterday in here, and then you got the Garden Gnome. So these, you know, these are fun.
That is cool.
It's little collectibles, but I mean, you can still catch bass on this for sure. But yeah, we got all the Scum Frogs here. So we got our new. This is one of this. We launched this last year. It's our new launch frog. It's actually got tungsten weights in it, so you can cast it super far, a lot further than your average frog. But those are pretty cool. We also have these in a junior size, so it comes a little bit smaller. But yeah.
Very good. So the next thing too is talked about a lot is this bait fuel, and obviously a lot of people, if they smell it in the store, they open it up, it's not going to smell until it's activated by water, correct?
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of studies. One thing I like about a lot of these folks, and talking to the owner last night, like he's not going to put something out. He's got a new saltwater one, but they continue to study it. They want to make sure that it's proven by science that it works, and so.
And they bought a fish farm in Queensland, right?
Yeah. So all these, bait fuel products are tested, and researched by our scientists before, they release. We're not just, throwing this out there. A lot of people will think, this isn't real because they don't smell it, but that's kind of part of the product too. It doesn't stink up your boat. You spill it on the carpet. It doesn't, it's not a mess. That's another one of the big upsides to bait fuel. But all the magic happens when you put it in the water. So, but yeah, we just launched our new saltwater series as well. It's a different formula, for the saltwater, so the salt doesn't affect it as much. Like we told you last night, they tested it on redfish. So it's all proven. It really works. Another thing we got from bait fuel too is we have the new sticks. So this is going to be more like a thicker consistency. It's like so you can apply it to your hard baits. Like you got a crankbait, rub it on there. You got like a chatterbait or spinnerbait. That stuff's kind of goopy. It works for your plastics, but you want to get something with a little bit thicker consistency for your hard baits. And we got that in the saltwater and the freshwater version.
Very cool.
It's a big question a lot of times too. People talk about it, whether it's an attractant with the fish, but one thing too, and that very well could be. But we also talk about how you ever seen those videos where, to his point, on a crankbait, a largemouth can grab that crankbait and spit it out all within a split second. And if these fish, if you have this on there and they can, through their glands or whatever, they can feel like it's something, like we're the same way when we eat something that tastes, they're less likely to spit it, and you will, if you don't detect a strike right away, it may be swimming off with it and you still get that hook set.
100%, yeah. I mean, all it takes is a split second for them to, taste something or feel something just a little bit different than whatever other guy is throwing.
That's right.
And that's going to get you one more fish in the boat. And sometimes that's, really big.
And I think two different applications. I asked this question last night as far as, whether you're pouring that into your bag of plastics and letting it soak in there, or you're just kind of dabbing it on there, by a piece. I think either way works. Obviously, you soak it, it's going to have more. A lot of your baits now, too, I'm understanding that bait is going to be infused with this with this product as well.
Yeah, so we have our net bait freshwater series, which is over there. I'm going to grab this. So yeah, these are all our freshwater series. They're all already infused with bait fuel. So
are they getting rid of the original pack of junk and all that and going straight to the bait fuel?
So no, the Paca Craw and all the Paca family is still net bait, but it's rebranded with all of it is now bait fuel infused.
Okay,
so everything that we put out now will be bait fuel infused.
Yes,
yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
And another thing too, bait fuel infused are saltwater lures. So we're really trying to push some saltwater stuff, because the bait fuel kind of changed the bass game. And so now we're trying to get into saltwater. These lures are saltwater infused as well. So with the saltwater formula. So a lot of really cool stuff.
That's great. Anything else, Garrett, before we sign off here?
No, that's just
in your all's line.
I mean, we got some new Halo rods. If you want to check those out, they're over here. It's a frog specific line. So if we want to talk about those, we can. It's up to you.
Halo
and again,
rods.
guys, I think Garrett's just another great example of fishing in high school, fishing in college, getting a degree in digital marketing, and then landing just a great job in the industry. And hats off to you. And congratulations on that. And I tell you what, you killed it right here.
Yeah, you did.
You did a great job.
You knew your stuff.
Thank you, man.
They'll be proud.
He's got people over here watching, like the pros over here watching, like giving.
And all his bosses are watching too. So.
We appreciate you, and
thank
you for sharing with us.
All right, thanks, Garrett. Good to see you again.
Appreciate it.
Come by anytime, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
He did good.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Let's slip
house
right here
outdoors.
while we're
Oh,
here,
yeah,
though.
okay.
Guys, this you'll see right here. So every year they've got a new product showcase, and they voted on it last night. And so these guys were a winner in this division right here: cutlery, hand, pliers, or tools with their scale. So we're going to find somebody here to talk about this scale, digital scale
right
it appears to be, and find out why this was an award winner.
I didn't know that until this morning.
Let's see.
Walk over here behind.
Would you be able to tell us a little bit about the scale one once he's done with it? You only have one?
Use that.
Oh, there it
Can you
is.
explain that?
Yeah, that's fine. No, you can't what?
That one's like set up to like go through a loop.
Oh, that's fine.
So I can't like go through the settings.
Oh no, that's
you can explain it to us.
Yeah, we
too.
don't need to go through settings. We
Just tell us what makes it so special and how this works.
Yeah, so we have 3 different modes. This is the Pro Series Smart Fish Scale. So we do have a standard series as well. The Pro one does have the tournament mode, so you see the different culling indicators here as well.
Okay.
Customizable tournament limit. So you can see we have it set at 5 right here on this one, but it goes all the way up to 8, all the way down to 2. That's one mode. Another mode is going to be rally mode. So rally mode basically lets you go through and have your biggest fish, your smallest fish, your total bag weight, total number of fish.
Okay.
So that's more for like the individual event, right? And then the last mode we do have is competition mode. So it lets you have 4 different bags. So basically, if we were all fishing together on the same boat, it would actually, I'd be bag number 1, you'd be bag number 2, you'd be bag number 3. We'd be able to pass that thing around and see who the leader is at the end of the day.
And I would be the leader.
Yeah, probably.
No, absolutely.
So that's cool. It's more of a fun little feature too.
That is
We do have, with the Pro Series, it does have Bluetooth capabilities.
But how does it compare to your phone?
Yeah. So we do have, I can show you that right here. We do have the
Can I buy this? Oh.
If you want to get some of this, you can go here, you can actually go into it, see all the data there as well, change all those settings. We have over-the-air firmware updates, so you're actually able, if we push out an update with like new features, a new mode or something in 6 months, everyone will just be able to go in there, update their firmware, and get that. So that's awesome. You can have friends, there's a social aspect to it as well.
Oh wow, that's cool.
We do have trips in the app, which are GPS tracks. So if you started a trip on your phone, you have the scale connected, you put your phone away, the rest of the day don't even touch it. Every time you log a catch on it, it's going to put a waypoint down. The catch conditions, the location, the weight, all of that. So here's one that someone actually posted, and if I actually go into that, he posted it publicly. I can actually go and I can see his route he took. I can zoom in, and I can actually see those catch locations and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, everything is private by default, so he chose to share that. You can see here as well. If I go to my own trips, you can see those. You can see the catches here. You can see all the catch conditions and everything that comes up there as well.
It's pretty cool.
So how is it battery operated? Like, is it lithium or?
Yeah, so this is the standard. So the standard does not come with a lithium battery. You can purchase it separately. The Pro Series does come with a lithium battery. It's this right here. It's USB-C, so you just plug it in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and on the Pro Series, so the one we're talking about right up there, that one will last 8 to 10 hours on that, and that's assuming you have it on the highest brightness, and it never turns off. So it should go way longer than that if you actually have a sleep mode on it. So you probably want to put a 1-minute sleep mode on it to where you use it, you throw it down, it turns itself off automatically. You're going to get way more runtime out of that by doing that as well.
And how much are these going to retail?
Yeah, so the Pro Series right here, the MSRP is $229, and it's going to be $199 at retail though. But you're going to get a lot with that. So Pro Series, you'll get the actual device here, you're going to get the case, you're going to get that rechargeable lithium, you'll get a cord with that as well, and then you'll get a battery tray that goes with it if you want to put double A's on as a backup. You're also going to get a 2-year subscription for free to the app when you buy that one, and that's a $119 value. So there's a lot of value by upgrading to that Pro Series as well. And the last thing that we do have in the app is we do have actual virtual tournaments. So you can actually go in here, you can create your own tournament with a winning condition, basically bring MLF like type tournaments to the average angler. You can do all the way from biggest fish, total bag weight, total fish caught, all the way to like total bag weight of 5 fish or whatever it is. All kinds of stuff Matt Bounds works at. You can do last location tracking. for safety reasons, if an image is required or not, catch notifications, live leaderboards, make them private, all the user management of that as well. So it's kind of a whole ecosystem that we built out.
How's your support? Like, because a lot of these guys are not tech savvy.
Yeah. No, we have great videos that actually go into detail on both the scale operation and everything and the app operation. So those are all timestamped to your exact needs. So you can just look it up and jump to that. And we do have a dedicated customer service team that is there to answer all those issues. And they have direct access to the engineers too. So if anyone is experiencing an issue, our support's great. I've made calls myself to people, and we get that stuff worked out, and we explain that to them as well. So I'd like to say it's pretty good.
And it feels like it has that same Bubba grip where it gets wet. It'll.
Definitely. Yep. Okay. Same Bubba grip on everything as well.
Excellent.
You have different.
So you get both of these as well. Okay. You get
that's nice.
The lip clip, and then you'll get the gill hook with that as well.
Very cool.
Your call tags are paired there. I see your good clip-on call tags.
Call tags are separate. Those are $49.99, I think. Those are separate. Those don't come with it, but they'll match up directly to that tournament mode when you put it on there.
That's kind of cool.
Same colors, same numbers.
Very good. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you.
It's good. A lot of products that come into this, so it's quite an honor to be voted in on that. And have to have folks check you out. Coming out in 2024, right?
No, this is out now.
It's out now.
Shipping now. Shipping
official scale beginning.
Yeah. So we
official
actually
scale
we got to announce this at Icast too. It's the official scale of Major League Fishing for the 2024 season. So that's super cool. We're able to use it to actually send this data directly to Sport Tracker Live as these anglers actually go in there and they log every single catch. It's getting sent to them directly. That live leaderboards. That's where you're seeing that data come from.
Technology is amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
When I had to laugh, everybody at home is like, "Oh, Icast is so fun! It's such a great time to go," and it is. But then I noticed all y'all's snacks and food over there because it's a long day. You never know when you're going to get to eat.
Yeah. So if you guys come back to the booth around 4 to 6, we have a happy hour.
Yeah.
So Bubba beer, our own
Bubba
beer. Yeah. Yep, our own beer, and
nice.
We got sushi right here.
Sushi. I know. I saw one guy filleted up a whole tuna yesterday. Was that here?
Yep, that was here. 4 to 6.
I saw that, and I was like, "Holy cow!"
Kind of like to meet Bubba.
Yeah.
No, you
guys love to come
Michael,
back.
thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael. Good talking to you. And if you want to check this out later, this is on Fishing the DMV, which is our local podcast for our region. Okay.
Sounds good. Yep. Thank you.
That thing was pretty cool.
Yeah, Jenny, there's always new products and just stuff's coming out. There's always advancement in technology and fishing, and it's not for everybody, but
my favorite booth is always boat, but I can't talk my husband into getting one.
Roll in here to Guggen.
All right, Guggen. Also streaming to
Fan
Facebook.
favorite.
All right, great. Guggen House of Outdoors. Hey guys, so these bags, I finally got these in the store. They've been super popular. There's those like water resistant bags that you can drop a ton of stuff in. They've got some more stuff. So I don't know, for those of you who don't know, House of Outdoors is Guggen baits. It's plastics, and Bass Mafia is under their umbrella. There's the inside of that bag. Oh, this is the Guggen Dupe. So I'm always wondering if I should get these guys. I think I might have actually got some last time I ordered. They're like a little tube kind of thing. That seems like it's new. There's the Mondo worm. That's a popular one. Oh, they have a toad. Trench hog. I got a bunch of those in. They've been very popular right now. Look at that gigantic dart. 7 inches. Oh, look at these. These are new. Looks like they're going into the crappie series. Some crappie series jigs. Those look like they're kind of like the crappie, Mr. Crappie sausage heads. Bass Mafia bags. Looks like they came out with a bigger one. Like I said, guys, if you see something on here and you're like, hell yeah, let us know. Guggen does have hooks. We haven't got into that yet. Look at that Guggen putty, tungsten putty. I do have this in another brand in our fly fishing section. So check that out if that's something you like. No,
Spot over Shimano.
I don't know. Huh? So, and the other set of Guggen is their hard bait, and they are done by Catchco. So I'm wondering if they're in a different section. I haven't seen them yet today. Yeah, look at that boat. So cute. I'm all about the recreational guy, you know that. And then you got some regular Joes here, Jaboom Bait Company.
And guys, as always, really to help with the algorithm and everything, if you could hit that likes up button, it helps promote it on Facebook and YouTube. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Fishing the DMV. It really helps us out to grow the channel, the brand, and to bring you more content. Now back to the live.
Hi.
Swing through the Shimano booth here. I know they had a line. It was an award winner.
Shimano. Let's see what we got here. I think this is the salt side.
This is a saltwater.
Looks like they got the best in category saltwater rod. Here we go. Here's our Stratic. The Stella. This twin. See if Mike's around. So they redid the Stratic this year. Let me ask around. You guys know if Mike Colgrove is around today?
He is around.
I'm supposed to meet him later, but I figured we were here. I just want to chat real quick. Oh, it is almost lunchtime.
Want to catch this line?
Yeah, I'll be right here.
Another best of category in the fishing line.
Let's see, what is it? It's a Nano Armor fluorocarbon. You want to feel it there? Yeah. Massive. All right, well, we can just stroll around. Our guys. Oh, there's the Vanford. CI4. They didn't do many changes to that, I know. What's this guy? We'll check out the new Stratic and see what. And then the Mirabelle. So those are the other ones that are the popular ones for us. Yeah. Waiting to see if we can get that Stratic. I don't know if he's talking to him or not. Yeah.
On his way back over here right now. I think he was grabbing a coffee.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
That's a kid.
All right. Do you want me to talk about these? Ooh. You can unplug at any time and then. All right, so guys, we brought these in this year, the Mirabelle and the Ultegra. Actually, I don't need this. You can stick that in your pocket. Oh, there's Mike. And so these have been great sellers for us, the Ultegra and the Mirabelle, but our rep just showed up, so we're going to go talk to him. Mirabelle and Ultegra and Nasky, like they've been great little sellers for us. Hi, how are you? Good. Can I mic you real quick so it makes it easier?
Sure, I can do that.
There you go. How are you, Mike?
I'm not a face for you. Don't want me on camera. This is watch.
Watch and learn.
It's incredible.
Okay.
Incredible.
All right, good.
Sedona?
we want to hear all. These are our best, like Ultegra. You guys have hit the rocket with the Mirabelle. Like people love it. They pick it up. The Ultegra, of course. The Noski has always been one of our best sellers.
Right.
And then I do want to hear about the new Shimano. Like what's going on? Why?
Stratic.
Or the Stratic.
Why don't we do the 2 new spinning reels?
Perfect.
Can you grab me Mike, grab me a Stratic, please.
Perfect. That's what I'd love to hear.
All right. Line too. Talk about your
I can't do the line. I'm sponsored by Sunline, but I have guys here that can do that for you.
That's fine too. But no, I know Shimano is one of our big sellers, and like I said, I haven't been able to keep these in.
They're amazing for $139.
For the price, it's just, I don't know. And it's Mirabelle, yeah?
Yes.
And what is this, Noski?
So Mirabelle is basically a Noski with a Magnum Light rotor CI4 body. So really they're identical twins on the inside.
Okay.
Same gear, same bearings, same everything. But you go to a Magnum Light rotor, it's got a lower startup inertia.
Okay.
Okay, so you want me to go just right through these?
Yeah, just talk. Let us know.
All right. So 2 new additions to our spinning lineup. Sedona's been redesigned. So Sedona is the first reel we have in all of our lineups that feature Shimano Sagane gear. It's the cold forged aluminum drive gear, and as soon as you spin it, you know it's in there. What they upgraded on this reel is they upgraded it to silent drive. So where they take the tolerances, yeah, you feel that? They take the tolerances in the worm gear and shaft and pin, and they improve their tolerances, making it really super tight, feeling quiet. The rotation is going to be long lasting, and the durability because of the gear is going to be long. Propulsion line management is on these as well, so you got ultimate line control, and then the G-free body, which brings all the center mass of the spinning reel up above the reel handle, brings the balance closer to your hand. It makes it feel better in your hand. It's just a better balanced reel. And this reel is going to be available in 500, 1,000, 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000 sizes. $79.99 to $89.99. So
you can't beat that. And you see the 5,000 has the power handle.
Power handle as well. So whether you're near shore, inshore kind of stuff, or you're fishing panfish,
yeah, you've got it.
You've got a reel that's going to cover you. And then when you move over to Stratic, Stratic this is the one I was most excited about because Shimano's a trickle-down company. We do a lot of trickle-down from Stella. Stella sets the bar, creates the new technologies. 4 Stella technologies ended up in Stratic this year. They put Infinity Drive, which is where the drive shaft goes through pinion gear rather than being supported by it. Basically, for the angler, you have more torque under load. So when you're reeling on a fish, you have more torque available because you don't have something resting on it. It goes right through it. It's supported by it. You also have the Infinity Cross drag, so it's the same, gear, which is same gear as Stella. So it is a micro module to cold forged Sagane gear. And the nice thing is the tooth pattern is our most advanced tooth pattern. It disperses load more evenly, so you get longer lasting durability and smoothness out of the gear, even when cranking on heavy things. And then when you go to the front of the reel, the drag, traditionally Stratic had a felt drag in the 1,000 and 2,500 sizes, and then a cross carbon drag in 3, 4, and 5,000. They went to the Duracross drag. So Duracross, the problem between felt and cross carbon is felt is ultra smooth, but not very durable. Cross carbon is very durable, but can have sticky points to it. Duracross takes carbon fiber and weaves them into a pattern, so it has the smoothness of felt, the durability of cross carbon, and they say that a Duracross drag washer will last up to 30 times longer than a traditional drag washer. Wow. Okay, and then the last thing is the anti-twist fin, which is a little rubber gasket inside here. It's like a fin that sits up under the line roller. So if you're a straight fluorocarbon person fishing slackline situations like drop shot, shaky head, stuff like that, it keeps the line tucked up into the line roller, but also helps if you have a small loop in your line when it's being reeled on. It helps to straighten it out. Okay, so other than that, Stratic still has all the features. X-Protect long stroke spool, 6+1 shielded anti-rust bearings, available in 1,000 to 5,000 size, $199 to $229. It's the same price range.
That's perfect.
The one thing about Shimano is that you keep getting more for the same.
You do.
Every year we bring out a new model, you get a little bit more in that model, but we keep the price the same. So that's the big deal.
Right, that's cool. So yeah, and so just for like simplicity, so it goes like, because I know I love to tell people that when we have all you guys do a great job having something for everybody, right? So you have your price points. So I'm Quintana.
Yep.
Next Save.
Yeah, they're kind
Sahara,
of put in order.
Nasky.
Well, it'd be Sedona, Sahara, Nasky.
Okay. Sedona, Sahara, Nasky.
Miraval, Ultegra. Then you go to Stratic, Vanford, and then you keep going up.
Yep.
Twin Power, everything else,
Then
right?
most people like, eek, I can't spend that now. Because
a lot of people are like, oh, I spun one, I want to have one.
Well, a lot of our guys are river guys, so they don't want to spend $500 on a rod that are going to drop in the river.
So you're talking trout and salmon river? Or?
No, like Shenandoah River.
Oh, Shenandoah, smallmouth stuff.
But it's very like rocky and just, you know, and kayak guys too. Like they don't want to spend $600.
That guy too, and smooth as butter, like you say.
I used to have a joke. So when I'd have the CI4 and the Stratic, and I'd show these rods and reels, and they're like, I said I always laugh at them because they'd pick it up every time. I said, well, try this one. And every time they'd take the CI4 and they'd go, oh.
Oh, now I understand low startup inertia.
Now I know why it costs so much.
Now you know why there's an MGL rotor on it.
Yes.
So what we try to do is for guys who like to fish smallmouth or hard pullers, we say go to the first reel that has a Hagane gear, and that's Sedona.
Will be the Sedona.
From here up, you've got something that's going
gear.
to, it spins like this now, it's going to spin like this 5 years from now.
Right.
That's what you want, right? Customers keep coming back because when they buy one, I still have my first Stratics from like 1991. I still have my first Calcutta from 1995.
Wow.
So it's all about longevity.
Sales though.
It's great for sales because it's made me buy more and more and more and more of them because I trust them to last. I don't want something I buy and 6 months later, it's a paperweight.
No, I gotcha. And so as far as our bait casters, I see they came out with, they redid the Corrado 200.
Corrado 200, Corrado M. So Corrado M, basically what they did is everything that was great about Corrado K, micro module gear, X-ship, double supported pinion gear, Hagane body, so aluminum body, CI4 side plate, 3 gear ratios, 6:2, 7:4, 8:5 to 1, left and right-handed, 6+1 shielded anti-rust bearings, all that stuff is still there. They added MGL spool 3, which is the same spool in Metanium and in Bantam.
And that's just the 200?
200.
Okay.
So 150 has MGL spool. This has MGL spool 3. This is the lightest low startup inertia spool that Shimano makes. Same one in Aldebaran BFS.
Oh, okay.
Still has SBS Infinity braking, so you can adjust your dial from the outside, but they also added Silent Tune, which Silent Tune puts 2 rubber gaskets on either side of the spool to reduce the vibration at high speed when you're casting. Just quiets down the spool and stops it from having that small shimmy to it. Because there's a lot of load when you cast. There's a lot of RPMs on a spool. So other than that, it's all the same. I mean, it is the great reel that everybody expects, but still $199.99 too.
Did they make it a little smaller?
It feels smaller.
It does feel smaller.
It's a new frame.
I like it though, because sometimes.
But the line capacity is still 14 yards, 110, 14 pound test, 110 yards.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, because I feel like once you get to those 200s, I'm always like, they're bulky and.
Our frames have been getting progressively smaller over the years, which is kind of nice.
It is. It's like that palm.
Yep.
And I have relatively small hands.
See, I'm the opposite, and
Yeah.
for me, I sometimes reels can get too small, like the 70 size. I feel get too small for my hands because I end up overwrapping my fingers.
Yeah. Yeah. So awesome. Anything else new and noteworthy?
Aldebaran BFS.
Yeah, we can come around.
It's okay. I got it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll just bring it over to you.
Okay.
I'll make your life easy. So feel that.
So what is this
4.6 ounces.
Aldebaran.
Aldebaran BFS though, so that's finesse reel.
Right, like the Corrado
like
BFS.
the Corrado BFS.
My God.
8 pounds of drag. Exciting drag sound. So when you're spinning it, hold the spool with your thumb while you're turning the handle. Keep going. Hold the spool down. It's got a drag clicker like a spinning reel.
Oh.
So does Corrado BFS, believe it or not.
I guess I can do it here.
Yeah.
Huh.
So the big thing on
Look at
this.
that free spool on that.
Yeah, it's got the FTB finesse tune brake, which is, I don't know if you've ever seen what it looks like inside. I don't remember how to open these things, but come on, big boy. Open. It was already open. Okay, so the reason these reels can cast like a 32nd ounce or a 16th ounce is because of the braking system. So traditionally with Shimano's, your brake pins are on the spool. Well, that increases the weight of the spool. So what they did is they took everything out of the spool. That is an MGL spool 3 with no braking. The braking is magnets that if I dial this number up, let me show you the magnets. See those little magnets?
They
push up, much like SVS pushes into the race on our regular reels. This pushes the magnets further into the spool. Now people will be like, well, magnets don't work on aluminum. What it is it creates an electrical charge when you're casting that creates a bit of friction. So these actually do an incredible job. They're centrifugal magnetic, so they're hinged on one side, so when you cast, they flare out because your spool's moving one way, but when you reel in, they tuck back in.
Wow.
A very, very high-tech braking
Engineers
system.
blow my mind.
Oh, our Japanese engineers are insane.
It's above me.
Yeah. So those are the two main things would be that, but I mean,
And what's
everything
the price
else,
point on this, buddy?
it's up there. Here, I can tell you in a second.
And like I tell a lot of my
It's
customers.
probably, I go say $569.
Okay, so and I love to tell a lot of my customers too, like a lot of times I'm not going to stock these $500 reels just because it's
But
not.
you can order them.
But I can always order them.
$459.
$459 for this one, so I can always order them. Check the stock on them. Shimano is really great with your shipping and quickly.
Yeah,
And
you use the B2B.
God, feel that, Jared. Did I not?
4.6 ounces.
See, I don't really use bait casters. I whisper, but then everybody can hear me. But I don't fish. But that's amazing.
And we have 3 new rods to match that. They came out with 3 new rods. One in the Corrado series, one in the Zodiac series, and one in the X
BFS
series.
ones.
BFS
Yes,
rods.
I have the BFS and the Corrado in stock. Isn't that unbelievable? Well, it's funny because Lou's had one where, everybody's coming in out with lighter and lighter. And I gave it to my dad and I said, what he looked at it, he takes it, and he goes, there's nothing in the box. And I was like, no, Dad, there is. But that's later, I think.
Yeah.
What did you say that one is,
4.6 ounces.
Yeah, that's right in there with those really hyper lights. So.
Yeah. Yep. And it's the durability still has
And
winding
it's
power.
BFS.
It's BFS. Yeah. It's micro module gear. I mean, there's a lot S3D spool. There's a lot of technology in here. So
that's beautiful.
That's Aldebaran BFS. Left and right-handed, 1 gear ratio, 7.8 to 1.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, the new SLXs, they look good. They're,
The new Intensas.
There's an Intensa reel?
Upgrade. No, rod.
Rod. Yeah, I should look at that because we do have some Intensas.
You want to see it?
Yeah, we're going to go look at rods now. I lost him. He walked
Sorry, guys.
fast.
That's all right.
Where did he go? Oh, there you are.
So full redesign for this year. They're gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
They are absolutely gorgeous.
They are. Is they still same price point too?
$159.
$159. This is an Intensa. I do have some of these in stock, which I'm sure we'll be discounting here shortly because.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
These compared to these, I mean, these ones. So what they did is they put Diaflash technology, same as the SLX rods.
Mm-hmm.
So they got that lower wrap from the first stripper guide down to the handle. Just improves pulling
gosh.
power. That's a 7'4" medium light.
Oh, see, you know what? These have been really popular with us for our drop shot guys. And
Oh yeah, that's a perfect small jigs for smallmouth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and so what they did is they created cranking models, power fishing models, versatile models, and spinning models.
Yeah.
9 casting, 4 spinning models.
Wow.
The guides are C-Guide PVD coated for extra durability.
These are cute. They're nice.
Yeah, for the price point, they're really nice.
See, that's what, again, I love that Shimano's done that. They give a price point for everybody because everybody's got a budget. Like, I always ask people when they come in, when they have the budget, and they don't want to tell me until I tell them the span.
Yep.
And then they go, okay, I do have a budget. And I'm like, yeah, you should.
That's the first question I ask. How much do you want to spend?
Yeah.
And then I'll figure out what
I can
will
make
fit.
it work for you, and I'll get you the best.
Do you guys sell the Sedona combo or Symmetry combos?
No, I've not seen the combos.
They're not here, but so Symmetry combo is a reel that's kind of in between Sahara and Noski.
Okay.
Okay. With a rod, it's $99, and they're matched. So the 1000 comes with a medium light.
Oh yeah.
The 5000
so they're
comes
perfect
with a heavy.
combo.
They're kitted out combos for you, and they're $99. And I think there's like 42 points on them for the retailer.
Wow, excellent. Make sure
Yeah.
you pull that mic tucked in there.
That's all right. You can still hear me.
You can still hear you. All muffled. But there you go. Anyway.
I got a loud voice.
Yeah, no, that's great. So and those are in the BRB?
The B2B, yeah.
B2B or whatever
Yep.
it is.
Lure-wise, slow sink, Arma Joint SS. So basically same as Arma Joint floating, but 1 foot per second sink rate. Still has Arma Boost, which is where it folds in half for casting distance. Still has Flash Boost scale boost. Still has the hook keepers up underneath, one extra tail with it. We're going to have a hard time keeping these ones in stock, I would imagine.
The glide bait thing is all the rage now.
Yeah, in January or in March, Classic, we released Ember, which your smallmouth guys will destroy fish on. I already shot a show in the St. Lawrence on this.
Okay.
It's a smallmouth destroyer.
Okay.
Gets down about 5-6 feet on a straight reel, but it's suspending, so you can work it like a jerkbait or as a crankbait.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we also got a smaller, for the Shenandoah, I'm probably thinking you guys small jerkbaits would probably be a deal. That's a 3-hook small jerkbait called Zimverno 95 SP. All of them flash boost and scale boost and jet boost in this for casting distance. And 2 more baits here. BT Spin, cold water killer, so tail spin, polymer body. So basically single hook. I use them a lot for like walleye and smallmouth when water gets below 50 degrees. All right, so you got the BT Spin is new for this year, as is Swagey. Swagey is the same thing as Swagey Strong, except the wire diameters are smaller, improved vibration. So I don't know if you heard about Swagey, how they design these. So the spinner baits are designed with a swage joint. If you're a plumber, you'd know what a swage joint is. Swage joint is where a diameter of a wire gets smaller. They fit a small wire into a big wire. The reason it's important for a spinnerbait, you've got a thicker 0.9 millimeter wire from just above the R-bend to the head, gives you durability for hook setting and power for pulling. And then they go to a 0.6 wire, 50% smaller, on the blade arm to improve the vibration of the blades. So it actually shakes the body, the blades, because they vibrate so much.
Yeah, we have those Swaggy.
The Swagey Strong. Swagey Strong. This is regular Swagey spinnerbait. So this is a new addition.
Okay.
3/8 half ounce, just like the Swagey Strong, and then I think 6 colors.
Yeah, they've been popular with us. Like
that's great. They're working then. That's good.
Yeah,
so this is just a more finessey version, lighter wire. Okay.
Excellent. All right.
That's it for that.
That's it for that.
Poison Adrena is your thing or no?
You know, I have some people that are probably interested.
You're going to have a few guys who want to know, let you know all about it.
I have some guys that are loving the high end stuff, and they've asked about it.
Feel that?
Holy heck! I feel like I'd just break it. So that's the Ultima.
Yeah.
A medium light.
7-foot medium. So we only brought in 4 models. The 2 spinning are designed for the North American market. 7-foot medium light, 7-foot medium. We have a 6'10" medium casting and a 7-foot medium heavy casting. Big thing about these, the blank, every technology on here is like kind of like what Stella is. It's the top of the top.
Right.
Spiral X Core blank, which is nano resin carbon tape blank with high power X overlay. On the spinning, this is a brand new guide, customized. It's a Shimano X guide, titanium X guide, super lightweight. Just to bring the balance of the rod to its best level. You pick it up, you're gonna be like, what?
You didn't get to see Jared's face. It was.
The other thing is the handles. So between casting and spinning, it's only $800 if you break it, so don't worry about it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Cheap for a bass rod.
$869.
Cheap for a bass rod. Oh Lord.
I love when they play around with them like they're toys. So the handles, there's 2 different handles, spinning and casting. This is called a full carbon monocoque. So it's actually carbon, the handle. And what it's designed to do is when you're fishing it, it's got a new shape to it. To touch your arm, it's sending every vibration from the blank down your arm to increase the sensitivity.
Oh my
There's,
gosh.
you notice on these rods, there's no EVA foam, there is no cork.
Yeah.
Okay, so really, really high def rods. On the spinning, because you have a reel seat that buttons from the bottom up, it's got a carbon monocoque handle, and then they created something they call the carbon shell. So this is the same material as the blank. You hear it?
Yeah.
And it's got Shimano CI4 carbon interfusion reel seat. Same as we use in NRX Plus, same in GLX Walleye, same in Zodiac, same in X Pride.
Wow.
So this setup here is like the ultimate sensitivity. They're saying 30% more vibration through these handles than traditional.
Yeah, those will probably be a special order, but
you know, the nice thing is there's only, I believe they're only bringing in
like 4 of them.
No, but 4 models, but a limited run because just the amount of work it takes.
That's right. I did read that they were like it's only a limited run. So
I think there's like 1,000 of each.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poison and Dreda's been around forever.
Yeah.
Your new...
The Compre got redone again, didn't it?
Yeah, are you guys do the Compre salmon steelhead?
We don't normally do a lot of salmon.
Okay, because they're beautiful for $99. How about panfish rods?
We do panfish rods.
Sensolite, $59 rods.
Okay. Yeah, I sell the crap out of the Scimitar.
Oh, you'll do better with these probably.
Yeah.
So this is Sensolite, so $59.99, 6 models, 1 2-foot 8-piece, which is great for small streams for casting. All like light and ultralight models from 5'6", I believe, up to 8 foot. $59.
Travis says, bring those mini flash jerks home, I'll take some.
All right, which one? The mini what?
Mini flash jerks.
What was that? I'll go back and look.
What, the ones over there? Oh yeah, it says
the Zuverno, yes.
And the Ember.
Outdoors, so I do love my X-Prize.
Yeah, Sensolite.
Yeah, Zimverno and Ember are the 2 small ones. The mini slash jerk is the Ember 60, Ember 60 SP.
Yeah, all right, gotcha, Travis.
All right, and then we don't have them here. I think they're in a sales room. They came up with 2 forward-facing sonar models for X-Pride.
Oh.
So they have a solid carbon tip on them, the last 4 guides. So medium light tip, medium backbone. So for working your bait on forward-facing sonar, 6'8", like you got it right in front of you, you can accurately cast with it.
You guys are killing me.
There's
so many things.
I know,
it's like
you got to stay on top of it, or you got to give the reason for the anglers to want the latest and greatest. Look at the manufacturers of electronics, what they're doing to everybody.
Oh, I know. It's
a great job explaining it.
Yes, you do. It's perfect. I appreciate it.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. We like our engineers do like a 7-year cycle. They're 7 years ahead when they're working on stuff.
Wow.
Like they're working on the next stuff for the next 7 years.
Yeah,
already.
engineers just blow my mind.
Yeah.
My husband's an engineer, and so anytime I don't get anything, I'm like, engineer, come here.
Trying to think what else, but pack rod. 6'8", medium light pack rod. Feel that.
Oh.
5-piece.
So Zodiac's
pack rod. Yep.
I have all the time people coming in trying to measure their thing to see if it'll fit in their suitcase.
That'll fit anywhere. It fits in my backpack.
And how is it with sensitivity and all that? It's the Zodiac.
Just flex it. It doesn't feel like, it doesn't bend.
No.
You got a hand on it. It doesn't bend like a 5-piece.
See, he's braver than I am.
How much is this retailing for?
Regular
I'm going to say
Zodiac,
probably around $259. $229 to $259. $229 to $259. I think they're around there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So there is a 6'8" medium light. There's a 7-foot medium spinning, and then there's a medium heavy casting, 7 foot, I believe it is.
Very nice. Does that come with a case or?
Yeah, bag.
A bag. Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yep. So that's new. There's also a couple new models. There's a frog rod and some other stuff that they came up with.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, thank you for your time.
No worries. I think we got it.
I think so. I know. I feel bad for Mike. I just abandoned him.
Trust me, Mike was like,
do it. You can do it. You can do it. All right. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
All right. Nice to meet you. Let's just roll right through here. We'll get one more time and then. Yeah, I'll come back later and do some short stuff. Save. Oh, they got like a cord following me. All right, you want to switch? Yeah. I think it's on this side. Yeah. Sorry, we're just plugging in for some battery here. All right.
Keep moving here. We got Spro, Pure Fishing, Missile. Give us a shout out. If there's anything specific you want to see.
Acme. Oh wait, there. You know who was up here that I wanted to see? Trout Magnet. We can go this way though. Jared seems to want to go this way. We got some short information. Well, we did some videos, a lot of videos yesterday with our rep from Pure Fishing. Yeah. So those will be dropping individually probably here shortly on their new stuff.
We call it Missile outside.
There's Missile.
We can do it again. There's John.
Say hi, guys. You're live now. Hey.
Salem, Virginia, right here.
Our local guys. We call them our local guys. But I'm sure everybody heard by now.
Go back and watch day one for some new missile product.
Yeah, and I'm sure everybody's heard by now that the Nessie won the Best in Show. What is this?
Come on over here, Jenny. We want to look at the tank.
Oh, they're in a tank right now.
And hi, guys. Kristen there. We got Mr. Hank Parker on the other side.
Oh, yeah, there he is. We can go over there.
Savage Gear.
Oh, there's that thing we saw yesterday. So what's this officially called?
Here we go. This is the big 3D.
Harder.
3D line through?
Like that back in the day?
They're calling it the gizzard. You can call it a shiner. You can call it a carp. You can call it a roach. Whatever you want to call it. You can call it Dave. That's fine too.
I catch fish that
Call
big.
it
Big as
Hank,
a lure. That's all bigger I can catch.
Throw it out there.
Here it comes.
Same exact action as the little guy, just a giant.
He is a
Let me
giant.
put it out there for you again. Let me soak that guy. This guy right here is under 20 bucks.
Under 20 bucks?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It's a little redonkulous, I know, but we like people getting involved in the swim bait game. We don't think you have to pay a fortune for it.
No, I agree.
Plus, you can take some risk, you know. You don't want to throw $100 bait way out there where you'll never get her back. I'm willing to risk 20 bucks now and then. Heck, just the other day, I spent 18 bucks on a hot dog. So I can risk this bait.
Oh, gosh. And there's a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You guys still have the duck, huh?
We still have the duck. Yep.
What do you think of all these new baits, Mr. Parker? Oh.
He's loving it.
He loves
He's
it?
ready. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Parker, what do you think of all these new big swim baits?
You know, I have a grandson that's 16 years old, and he is swim bait crazy, and I just wish I had him with me. He would go out of his mind.
Yeah.
These are the best looking swim baits I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They're so realistic.
Blow your mind what you can catch on. Don't be afraid to go big. I think a lot of people
Well,
think it's too big, but
getting the right line and hook set up is critical on these things, and they've got that worked out and made it much simpler. I've got these giant swim baits that have great action that I've had for 25 years. When I first went to the California Delta, started fishing with D. Thomas and Mike Long, and I got some great baits that I brought back, and I was determined to catch fish, and I can't ever hook up. I get follow-ups, I get blow-ups, I get them to hit it. I mean, giant bass, but I never get a hook in them. And they've solved a lot of these issues, and that's a big part of it. So that's impressive.
how many years have you been in the industry?
Oh, this is like, I've been coming to Icast ever since 1976.
Oh my God.
1 year old.
I was going to say, I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, I hate that. You know, that's it.
Sorry.
That's it. But I missed the last two. I had hip surgery last year, and the year before that I had a little gut surgery. So June's been my surgery month. But I'm doing great now. I got everything fixed up. I'm full speed ahead. So I'm enjoying it. First time I've been back in 2 years. I never missed, and then all of a sudden I missed 2 years in a row. So
What's it been like over the years from when you first started to now? What's the biggest takeaway or biggest change that you've seen?
there is so much professional fishing. There's so much specialized product in the way of rods, reel, line, lures, forward-facing sonar. There's so much. We've somewhat outran the consumer a little bit. And I look at all this, and to me, when I start seeing all these specialty items, it's somewhat overwhelming for me. So when you look at it from a guy that's got a job, I never had one though. I had one time. It messed my fishing. A job will mess your fishing up. It's awful. It was awful.
You got to stay away from that.
It was awful. So people have them.
Yeah.
People have jobs, and then they go fishing on the weekends.
Right.
They can't know all of this. I fish all week long. I fish 5-6 days a week sometimes, and I fish with everything, and I kind of get it, you know. But there's people that they don't have time to do all that.
The big question too: can you compete against the forward-facing fish sonar and this live imagery and stuff? You think you get on a boat today and compete? I think you could, but where do you think that plays? And that's a big debate.
No doubt. No doubt. But it's a tool.
Right.
And can you go on a boat today and fish without any kind of depth finder? You can.
Right.
But that tool is going to help you. And the forward-facing sonar is here to stay.
Right.
It is a definite tool, and it's so new, and there's so many of these younger guys that are really, really good with it. It's making its mark, and some people don't like it, and some people love it. So, and I'm one of those guys that have always resisted change, and I'm intimidated by it, but I'm not with this. I've enjoyed this.
Yes, that's good.
It's a challenge for me, and I'm not very good at it, but I work at it. Every time I go fishing now, that's all I'm doing.
That's cool. Yeah, I've heard the lenders talk about it. Even when they first started coming out with technology with you guys, they were catching fish that they knew there's normal spots, but they were now catching new fish they didn't even know existed. But I like your perspective on it's a tool, and we just need to embrace it, and it just changed the industry. It just helps us catch fish. I mean, that's what we're out here for anyway.
That's exactly
to catch fish. So.
Fish are harder to catch now, and so we need all the help we can get.
We appreciate you, and it's always great to see you guys still around. And
I know you don't need product, but if you're ever in the area, we're on I-81 in Virginia. Okay. People will pass through our town all the time, so just stop in and see us.
Yeah, I travel 81 a lot.
Yeah, a lot of you guys do. Yeah, so we're right at the top of Virginia, the second to last exit in Virginia.
Okay.
So just check us out, and do me a favor. If you run into Roland Martin today, ask him about his ride on his e-scooter last night.
He was showing Jimmy Houston, Roland Martin how to
I set him up on a nuke. They were. It's on video. You gotta get it from John.
That is a little bit.
You gotta get.
Roland's a little wild anyway.
He was smiling. He had a big old smile.
He's a wild guy.
Yeah. I told him. I said after we got set up and they're ready to go. I said, now disclaimer: I am not responsible for anything that just happened.
Man,
you want.
But Roland's 84.
I know. I think they said 83.
Yeah.
I think they were saying 83 last night.
I'm generous like that. I'm a whole lot less than 83. I hit the big 7-0 this year.
Yeah. No, feel free to stop in and see us, and then this podcast is going to be on there.
Really, every other year, I'm kind of a slow guy, so I think my birthday's every other year. So that make me 35.
That's right.
Yeah, 35.
Stay away from the jobs, guys. Get your priorities straight. That's good.
Job will mess you up.
That's right.
Get a job. I love it. They want you to come when the fish are spawning.
That's right.
I mean, fish are eating it up. They want you to come to work.
Yeah.
A rainy, low-pressure day in the spring, and they say, "Oh, you got to go to work."
No.
Work?
Yeah.
I'm like Maynard D. Crabbe. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You
Thank
don't
you,
even
sir.
have a clue who Maynard D. Crabbe is. You got to be 68 or older to know who that was. That was a television series back about 1961 or 2.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Oh.
Thanks
well, thank
again.
you so much for talking to us. Thank you.
I'm a legend.
Oh my goodness. These guys are so nice.
Yeah, they still, I mean, that just goes to show you too, Thomas, we've been talking about, again, just technology, a tool, and good or bad, but when you see older folks, older anglers embracing the technology as a tool, there's a place for it. You can choose to use it or not.
There's a bunch of pendant reels. So I'm starting to get in some of the rods, because I know a lot of people have been asking just for the rod for their salt section or their salt setups.
Like Jenny said, if you go back and look at day one podcast, Fishing the DMV, we had some outdoor products highlighted.
Let's go talk to BKK. So
yesterday we had some shorts.
These guys, I talked to them yesterday. Oh, and there's Cashin. We can go talk to those guys here in a second too. But I want to talk to these guys from BKK because they've been in the business for a very long time, and they're just now coming to the American market. And they had some really cool stuff. I'm definitely a Shimano fanboy. So BKK, they've been in the business for a little while. Let me see if I can find somebody that's willing to talk to us.
And then, guys, as always, I'm trying to monitor the conversation. If there's anything in particular that you would really like to see, please let me know in the comment section down below. And then also, please give it a thumbs up, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. It really helps us out in the algorithm to be able to push this out and bring you even more and better content. Now back to the live stream.
All right, there we go. You unmuted me. So I was talking to, is there anybody that would be able to tell me about, I talked to somebody yesterday about this special, the adjustable adjustable weight system. I don't remember. Younger guy, tall, he was very tall.
Brian. Let me see if he's around.
Okay. Oh, look at that. They have feather trebles. I'm very interested in these guys. I had a couple people ask. Okay, I mean, anybody can, yeah. They're all, okay. I'll do it. He told me I was able to remember some of it. He gave it to me yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
If you want, come by and I'll drop you off for lunch.
Okay, all right, thank you. But no, I can do it real quick. So what this was about was they have this interchangeable weight system. So you'll see it comes with multiple weights, and then what you can do is they've got these pegs, so you can release this weight and add in a different weight. You can slide it up if you want to, you can slide it back, and this is your keeper to hang on to that bait. So when they squish down on it, it'll keep it all on there. So same thing with this one. So I talked to this guy yesterday. So this one's a little different. This one's not, you can't move it, but it's got that extra little stopper thing there, the keeper. This is their blade that they put on her. You can take it off. So if you wanted to take it off and put it on a treble, you have another setup there for you. I thought those were pretty cool. So they have these belly weight things, and hopefully I didn't just break their thing. I mean, they have massive one too. So here you go. So that's where you can see how it squeezes down there, and it's like a stopper for that fish, so it doesn't get all squished up down in there. It'll help slow it down, and it'll keep it. And they just came out with the gold blade for the different types of water, but that's how that works. I thought they were pretty neat to me. Yeah, and I think I'm going to work on getting them in. It's what it is. It's called the Titan Diver. So they have like the weight, and I think there's another set of weights in there that it comes with, and the blades, and I thought these were pretty cool. So they have that removable spinner, and so you buy the one with the spinner. So if you don't want the spinner, you take a spinner off. If you want the extra spinner, you can interchange it with something else. But from what I understand, these guys were in the Japanese market for a very long time, and they're new to the American market. Just like the last 2 years, I had somebody actually ask me about these the other day, so I thought I'd stop by and look at them. I mean, and then they have a whole line just for catfish. I mean, look at that. It's a beastly cat. And from what they told me too, they have a pretty good price point that's going to be equally competitive with the big guys. So I thought they were pretty cool. So I'm going to try to get a few of them in to get started, and we'll see how that goes.
If I could find a BMC hook, because they also won swivel hook.
Over there. Oh, you didn't? Oh, look, there's somebody in the tank. I will see what they're talking about.
Now, another bait that lure we came up with this last year at Icast, Jinko, it's called the trick tube head. And as you know, tubes are a very popular lure. They're very much a staple in bass fishing. And it's a way of almost like Texas rigging a tube. And it allows you to fish a tube more weedless, where you can fish a tube around more cover. This comes in 3 sizes, and as you can see, you make a small incision on the top of the tube and run the lead head in, turn it around, and then you can insert the hook back into the bait, making it weedless. And you can throw this bait out, so you're able to fish this bait through cover, and the bait still has that same erratic action, so you can drag it on the bottom, or
Oh, he got a fish.
And sometimes it doesn't make it to the bottom.
Oh, he ate it.
The bait still has an erratic action. You can see it turns, where it falls. And you can pop it up off the bottom. Well,
did they eat
you
it again?
Pop it up off the bottom if one grabs it.
Oh my God. What is that tube?
Before you get to the bottom.
He is not. Oh, there he spit it out. No, he didn't. I feel like they don't feed him for a week. They need to feed these fish. Oh, he's mad. He was mad.
Like I said, maybe I'll get to work the bait here eventually. You see, it falls to the bottom. You can drag it just like you would a worm along the bottom, or you can pop it up off the bottom and work it.
They want it.
Or you can work it fast, just like that.
What is it again?
And this is called the trick tube head. It's actually a jig head that you can rig any tube, and you make an incision here on the bottom. You put your lead in, turn it around, and you insert your hook, come back through the top, and it allows you to rig a tube. You can rig it weedless, and that way you're allowed. That way, usually with a tube with an open hook, it's hard to throw it around stumps and brush and things of that nature. But you can actually throw this around cover.
Who makes the tube? Because they like it.
And if it doesn't make it to the bottom. But that's called the trick tube head by Jinko.
Awesome.
All right. And the next bait
Who makes that? Is that y'all's too?
what we call the trimmer shad.
It's the head, but
And the trimmer shad's been out for a while. It became very popular on a trimmer head or a build head, actually on ledge fishing. So they make it in a wide variety of sizes, but the more popular sizes used to be the 5 and 7 inch, and the guys would throw it on the trimmer head offshore on ledges. And they came out with a 3.5 inch trimmer head. And so what this did, it also, you can use it as a drop shot bait. And I've got this on the rod that Nico came out with last year. It's called the BFS.
The Rapala's that way.
We came out with a new rod this year, a little bit longer and heavier rod. It's a BFS.
Yeah, I know. How much more time are we at?
It's a little heavier. It's made for the bass side, throwing Ned rigs and stuff like that. But you can actually throw real light bait with a BFS reel, and you can throw a bait catcher. So if you don't like a spinning reel, this is a good alternative. So the trigger set, as you can see, it goes to the bottom. You can.
You got rooster tail and flatfish.
There's a really good action that you can't tell anybody.
They are going to be in.
Buzzbait by Buckeye.
Yeah, it's going to be up in that D-man, the GSM. So then you have owner hooks. They're always a #1 seller for us. Yeah, we'll hit Rapala here real quick, and then we'll head up to the GSM booth, which is now the proud owner of, who did they just buy? Big Bite Baits. So GSM is the people that bought Yamamoto. So they have Yamamoto, Buckeye, and Big Bite Baits now. I think they have one other one, but. So we'll try to do a little quicker and not as much talking this time, so you guys can get it. So they won this. Hey, and I actually did a poll on this for you guys on Instagram yesterday, and I said yay or nay. Everybody said yay, so you guys are right on track. So they have the swinging Ned rig jig head. Here we go. There it is. Woo. That's fun. There's that, and here's another one. There's the winner. Best terminal tackle. I mean, that is pretty slick. And then you also have the finesse football jig. People have been happy with those from Z-Man. So that's something we can get into.
Another popular brand over here we saw in a drop in a short.
Again, we did a little short on this yesterday. This is Crush City. This is Jacob Wheeler's brainchild.
Yeah, the test pool put in his house.
Yeah, so we have a little video on him. You want to? So you can hear Jared better. I just put him on a mic. Yeah, so he has all these things. He does. We have another video that goes more in depth into these, so we won't waste your time. Yep. So there's all the Crush City.
We're going to try to get that in. It's going to be good for the smallmouth.
Ott has a new. Again, we have more shorts and videos on that'll come out later. Ott Defoe has a new crankbait.
Again, we'll
That's
keep
we
moving
talked to them
here.
yesterday, so we'll just skip that and we'll.
Guys, there's so much stuff. We'll be down here for
We could
4
go
days,
4 days
and
and-
we still don't see it all.
Yeah.
Because it's just so big, so massive.
All right. Over here.
Buckeye, right? Let's go
Yeah.
to Buckeye.
Yeah, so it's on the other side of this big bite baits, I'm pretty sure.
County roads that just goes on and on and on.
Oh wait, there might be another GSM, but
Buckeye lures.
shoot, it's 44. What is it? It's right here, Jared. 4412.
Looking for the G-Man.
We got to go that way. Yeah, we need to go this way if you want to see Buckeye.
Okay.
But this is Big Bite Baits. They got a lot of. Oh, here again. I'm going to show you this real quick. We won't go into too much detail about it because I talked to them yesterday and got it on a short. They have a new spin bait tour series, lots of different colors, and they have their sensation stuff. I got another little video on that. Big Bite Baits, obviously they're great with their crappie. Oh, they come out with a shaky head. They're coming out with a lot of good stuff too. True Turn, they're with Boss Cat. True Turn Blakemore, which is your rooster tail. They got a lot of good stuff. I took some video of them yesterday. So we'll be pushing out some more of that as the day goes by. Let me take.
Yeah, where we're going.
A guy wanted us. Oh yeah, okay. So we're gonna head over here. It's in the 4400s. Like I said, I don't know if you can see. It's overwhelming. We actually have a map of where everybody is located.
We do think, I mean, we're your eyes here, so you keep asking. So if you have a request, we'll go try to track it down.
Battery people are here. There's Sure Life fishing products. We have them. That's what we use to keep our minnows happy. So you can also buy it for your live well and things like that. Yeah, because I don't think we're going to be live too much longer today. Right now, our plan is to come back a little later on this evening. Feeling been cold. I know we're going fast, guys. Here we go. Right here. We found it. So what was the question?
Cool Yamamoto baits here too.
Yes.
I like.
So Yamamoto came out with they had their crawl, the big 4-inch crawl a while ago. They just came out with the 3-inch now. So, which I think is a great idea because I feel like that 4-inch is massive. So you need to check that out.
This here too. I want to try to get these in. Even this head, Jenny.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, they make the head too,
Be
or
really good on
10-inch worm. So Bill Lewis is over here. There's this Yamatanuki with some more things. This is Bill Lewis. The Buckeye is back over here. See, they even brought over the big bite stuff. So this is that swim jig with kamikaze crawl, I believe, on the back there. They look pretty good. How are you guys doing? Dean Rojas? Really? Sorry, I only know you guys because you have name tags. I am not lying.
I'm the same way with you.
Yeah, you don't know. Well, yeah, but you're on TV. I'm not. Well, I'm on YouTube.
She's buying the stuff.
I buy it.
She's got the checkbook.
So you're a consumer then?
Yes,
Okay.
and it's funny because everybody goes crazy over your fighting frog.
I know, it's right here.
So tell us what makes your fighting frog the best. I had one kid tell me.
I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to show you. How about that?
Okay, perfect. And so he said the tilapia magic, and tilapia is the only color I need.
This is tilapia magic,
There
as
you
you can
go.
see here. Picked up
Yeah.
the right bag. How about that?
Yeah, look at that.
But what makes it so great is the chambers and the sides cut out in the middle. and on the sides, you can see here. So when you put a 3-aught or 4-aught Gamakatsu extra wide gap up in there, there's not a whole lot of plastic that it needs to penetrate to get to break through. So which that enables the hook point gets into the fish's mouth very quickly, which increases your hookup ratio, which is exactly what you want. The way it's designed, because there's less material, it flattens out really easy. Okay, so when you do set the hook, it's not all balled up on the bend of the hook, and you get, again, good hook penetration. So the bait breaks down around the hook, it gets out of the way, so your hookup the land ratio increases.
Nice.
That's why people love it.
Yeah.
I designed this over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's still catching today.
It's still winning.
It's a rock star. Yeah. It's an incredible bait from Big Bite.
Yeah.
GSM. We're going to do a great job promoting it. It's the #1 seller for Big Bite right now. That and on my King Thumper. You can see up here, but this is small with it.
Yeah, we were over at the other side just a little bit ago.
This is just like a smidge of what we got.
Yeah.
But they have the fighting frog here, which is critical. So a lot of the guys too are using it for sight fishing. We have them in white, and the cool thing about this is the white fighting frog. You can see it a lot better. You kind of see the cuts and grooves cut into it, and it's got a nice subtle kick to it on the back end back here. The way we have our legs. So it's not like this, it's more like this. It's
more subtle.
Yeah, more subtle. So I think
like a lazy fish.
Right, exactly. Or crawdad, that's
You're easier to catch a lazy fish than it is aggressive
fish.
Exactly
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So,
or crawdad or whatever they are.
So you could even put this on the back of a swim jig, if you like. So this is our swimmer, 3-point swimmer. But a lot of the guys on this will sometimes cut the head, but you can also break this sideways. And I would do this on the smaller one just because of the short shank swim. I'm just using for demonstrating purposes. But slide that up. And now you have a swim jig with a kicking sideways going through the water. Okay. You still have the same hookup ratio you would have if you had the swimmer on there. But now you can use it as a swim jig trap. So it has a lot of different applications. One of the most popular ones is putting it on the Carolina rig. A Texas rig, Carolina rig, throwing it out there and dropping it. And we catch a lot of fish on it.
So versatile.
Oh yeah, that's the beauty of it.
That's the best thing.
The smaller ones I put on a shaky head for spotted bass. It's dynamite. Great bait. That's why it's so popular.
That's awesome. Very cool. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Like what else? So what else would be your next favorite?
Well,
you had to pick one. I know you said there were some that aren't here.
Yeah,
but
the King Thumper. It was a great. It's a boot tail. You can put that on the back of a swim jig. You put it on a buzz bait, spinner bait. Plated bait, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And so when I design them, I usually like to have multiple, places where you can put them on a bait. So there are different applications for it. So that's a great bait on top of that. And then my warmouth, if you guys know about my warmouth, it's my sight fishing bait that I won Toledo Bend on a few years ago. But it looks like a bluegill.
Oh.
So,
I'll have to write that one down.
It's a great seller for us. We have a lot of great colors in that. And for that time of year, it's dynamite. It catches the big ones and stuff. So,
excellent.
Yeah, those are my three that are heavy hitters, on the deal. And so we're going to work on some more stuff, and we'll have some great more baits coming out of Big Bite.
Great, thank you so much. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I don't know if you ever come down the Interstate 81 corridor. I know we were far away from Texas, but we're close to DC and all that.
Yeah.
That's where we're located. We're at the very top of Virginia. Your second to last exit. So if you're ever through, just stop by and visit with us.
I was just there.
Were you?
Yeah, I was in. Fredericksburg?
Yeah, we're about an hour and a half west of Fredericksburg,
Okay,
so we're on 80. We're literally right on 81. But a lot of guys come to Mattawoman, right? Is that where you were? Or somebody else?
No, I was in Virginia. I forget
I was talking to somebody the other night. He fished out of Mattawoman.
Is that Fredericksburg?
That's Fredericksburg. The Potomac River.
Yeah, I know. I misspoke because I think it was something else.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Well, we're on the Shenandoah River. That's our main river that runs through us. It's great for smallmouth. It's a little tiny river, but we're near Harper's Ferry and all that stuff. So yeah, and like trust me, if you don't wear that get up, I won't recognize you. So you can come in all incognito. I hate to say that.
If you didn't have your name tag, I wouldn't know who
you wouldn't, right? Yeah. I mean, the feelings it works both ways, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Let's work together. Let's make sure we all have name tags.
Well, I laugh because apparently Dwayne Rock has a pond in Virginia somewhere really close to us down there. Yeah. And so I posted on his page before. I'm like, hey, you should come up and and I was like, I promise you, my dad won't not recognize you. I would recognize it, but yeah. So I don't know if that worked out well. But anyway, well, thank you very much for talking to us.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming down.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Absolutely the same.
All right, thank you. All right, yeah. Well, that was a pleasant surprise. Yeah, the Buckeye stuff's over here. Let's see, what jig was it he was looking for? They're on the other side. These are all heads.
Popular.
Oh yeah, there's the Yamatanuki. Look at this worm, dude. 10-inch. It's called a worm floater, Okie worm floater.
I've got nothing done at work since this live started. Great coverage.
All right, so here are all the Buckeye jigs. Oh, here it is. G-Man balling out. Is that what it is, Sam? The question is which one of these is it? Not that one. Can I ask one of you guys question about the Buckeye jigs? Do you know anybody? The G-Man balling out.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna grab somebody else for that one.
Okay. Yeah, we had somebody ask about it, and like I see it there, but I don't know which one it is here. Or
can I borrow you just for a second?
Sorry to interrupt. Hi, I'm Jenny, Jake's Bait and Tackle. How are you? We had a customer, we are on a live right now, and they said to go see the Buckeye, like G-Man jigs. So what's so great about these things?
The G-Man Buzz?
Yeah, or the jig.
Oh, the ball and out jig?
Yeah.
So that's a product that's been around with Buckeye for a while. It's not a new product, but it is one of the ones that we consistently hear feedback from the pros that it's a quality jig. It's a finesse jig. It's got the rounded out head here, so it does really good, fishing around rock piles and jetties and things like that. And it has been one of our most popular jigs in the lineup for a number of years now.
Okay.
Now the big focus here at the show obviously is the new product.
Right.
And Gerald Swindle has had a custom buzzbait that he's used on tour for a number of years. Most of the guys on tour know about it already because they've seen it on his boat. And we were like, Gerald, come on, let us make that for the public, And so he decided to let us do it. And it was definitely one of the easiest things to do because we already had a working prototype right there in hand.
Buzzbait seems to be, holy moly.
It's made just for frogs, in plastics. There's no skirt on it. It's made to cast far, where you don't want that skirt hanging up. And it's called the G-Buzz. We'll start shipping those in December.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing that the buzzbait was like all the thing this year. Like a lot of people came out with a new buzzbait.
Yeah, more and more guys, I guess, are kind of catching on to that trend. They're seeing it's effective. It catches
it's old
fish.
School trend. I mean, I remember as a kid, my dad would be like, "Get the buzzbait out." That's all I knew.
We have another buzzbait that's more traditional that we're rolling out this year. It's a clacking buzzbait, so it makes contact with the head. See when it spins around.
He seems really compact
noisy
too.
Clacking. There's some other ones out there, but this one is going to be really good quality. And we're going to retail it at $6.99, so that's $7. It'll be a really good bang for the buck buzzbait right here. Call it a chop top.
Chop top. I got your all's digital catalog yesterday, so I'm guessing that's all together.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah. And then Buckeye finally has a swim jig now. That was something that was really missing in the lineup. A lot of people overthink product development, but for us, it's just a matter of listening to our pro staff and, hey, what do y'all need? And they're like, man, we need a freaking swim jig. So, here you go. We worked with Jacob Porosnik on this one, and if you know Jacob, you can understand why we call this thing a brush panda. He's the panda bear, right?
Aww.
But it's the brush panda heavy cover swim jig. super stout hook. You're not going to bend that hook out. When you get them hooked up in a grass bed, you can winch them out of there, get them to the boat.
Awesome.
Really good line tie. Comes through grass, beautiful. So that's your Brush Panda swim jig. It'll also start shipping in December.
December, okay. So I can get all of those on order soon and just get them ready to roll. And as the mop jig, that's something that's always been around.
Yeah, that's a classic, iconic bait. Bassmasters Classic was actually won on it by Davey Height.
Really? This year?
No, 2007. It's been around, yeah.
Yeah,
It's been around.
I'm not up in the news on this.
Spot remover is definitely the product that is the most well known for Buckeye. It sold more spot removers probably than any other shaky head. But shockingly, they didn't have a net head. We have a pro staff member, Mark Daniels Jr., who traveled up to North Dakota a few years back on the Bassmaster Elite Series to a lake he had never fished, and he won the tournament on a net head. So we're like, all right, he's the perfect guy to develop a net head with, right? So we have the spot remover net head coming out here.
That's pretty
Make it user friendly with the weight right on the head there, so you can quickly make your selection and get back in the water. Catch fish if you're not in the water, right?
That's that stamping it is genius because
you get all that stuff jumbled
they all
up
together
in the
and
tackle box.
you can't even tell the difference. And
I
saw there was a bunch of jig heads on the other side.
Oh yeah. The whole key is just getting that bait back in the water, right?
Right.
As long as you're digging around the boat, you're not catching fish.
That's right. All right, well, excellent. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Okay.
Stick it in your pocket, and I'll take it back. Hey, hold on a second. Were these the jig heads you were talking about for the, was that on the Yamamoto? Yes. So it looks like it's a Buckeye jig head.
Okay.
Let me double check that, but. No, that's okay. I was just wondering, so are these the Buckeye jig heads?
Yes. So we got our shocker swim bait head and then a bird shocker swim bait head, the light wire version. So whether you're using, on a Tennessee River ledge, you're throwing a big swim bait, or guys who are throwing, kind of smaller, finessier swim baits and want a little bit lighter wire hook, we've got something for both of those. And then we've got the scope head that was designed by Jacob Porosnik for guys who are targeting fish with forward-facing sonar.
Got you.
Just wanted something when you're targeting individual bass. That fish nowadays, you're getting, because of forward-facing sonar and just the advancement in technology, anglers are better than they've ever been. So fish are seeing lures more than they ever have. So getting the details right is mattering more and more. So he wanted one that had a realistic eye, a little bit of detail in it. And it also mattered to him having this ballast weight on the belly so that when you rig your plastic on, when it's falling, you're throwing at a fish and the bait is falling, at a traditional jig head, it's all about the retrieve. But for this one, a lot of it's, just throwing right, it's going to land right on his head, so the fall matters a lot. And he wanted one that would fall more horizontally so it looks more natural in the water rather than a fish just diving his head down. The scope head is perfect for staying kind of almost looks neutrally buoyant in the water. It's going to stay, that ballast weight kind of keeps it level at all times, just like a normal bait fish, and you just kind of hold it in front of their face and they'll bite it.
Okay. Add that to our list, because
So I know everybody's promoting this sonar thing. So is it more just an aesthetic thing, or is there something in the head that's making your bait be visible?
It's just a lot of it's just educating the public on what the product, where this might be best applied, and then it's a valuable tool for forward-facing sonar.
Got it.
But there are mechanics you can do in the physics of it. So, for example, we have the scope stick from Bill Lewis. It's a jerk bait, and really, the physics of how this sonar works is it shoots out a sonic wave of sound, and then that bounces off almost like a reflection. It comes back to the unit, and then it turns that information into a picture. So naturally, things that are larger or different surfaces reflect the sound better. So on the scope stick, it's a lot about it has these large, pronounced flat sides, and the bill is a lot wider than your traditional jerkbait. So when the forward-facing sonar is pointing at it, it returns better. So it just makes it easier for you as an angler to show up on the screen.
Okay. All this presentation is how
I like these. These are cool. And they got the keeper and
this is paired up with a Yamamoto.
That's a scope shad. So
it's over there. We need to get those.
It's perfectly matches it. And the nice thing about it, it's got the our new mega floater formula. So it kind of, again, it's all about keep making it look really natural and stay perfectly level in the water. So between the ballast weight kind of keeping the bottom down, the floating formula, a salted, our Yamamoto traditional plastic, it's in the Cinco, it's salted, it sinks, and that you have to have that for certain baits like a Cinco, because a lot of it's fishing at weightless and it gives it that perfect shimmy. But that's the nice thing with Yamamoto too, is having the pro step that we do. We're like, well, okay, what does each bait need? And they were like, you need the one that'll hold. It's all about once you get that bait in front of the fish, having it hold in their face for a long time where they just can't help but bite it. So that floating formula kind of helps it hold there, and that ballast weight kind of keeps it level so it doesn't just want to sink down. So when you get it in front of a fish, you just tempt them into biting. Yep, it's all about
Excellent. Got to put that on the list.
All right, cool.
For the smallmouth.
Where are you guys from?
Winchester, Virginia.
Okay, I'm from Lynchburg.
Oh, okay. We're not far from you at all.
I don't know.
You're a Smith Mountain Lake boy.
That's right. So, I've done that plenty on Smith Mountain and caught some.
Yeah, so
really
I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say we have what this is actually, we're live right now on a podcast called Fishing the DMV.
Okay.
So there's a lot of guys on there that fish Smith Mountain Lake, things like that. Yeah, so this is our store, our information, and that's Thomas's information for the podcast. So you'll be able to find it in either one.
Awesome. Hopefully I'll be able to stop by sometime.
Yeah.
Because I listened to you yesterday over talking to another customer, and very, very informative on the product.
I left my cards at home. I realized that when I got here. But Jack Dice.
Well, that's Jared's card, so you can email him and talk to him.
Yeah, I'd like to get you up because we carry a lot of Yamamoto products and about 4,000 square foot of nothing but fishing at Jake's. So
I'd love to come by for sure.
Yeah, because we talked to him about doing vendor days and things like that, and have you guys come up with your product. I don't know if you're even our rep. I mean, or whatever.
I work, internally with GSM, so we have a rep. I believe his name's Mike for kind of that area. With the.
Yes, I work with Mike too.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, if you're ever in the area, stop by and see us.
Love to.
Yeah, it's fun.
We appreciate you guys carrying our product. And,
all right.
And again, if you guys ever see the local tackle retailers are usually where trends really start as far as things that become national. So if you guys are ever like, hey, our customers are coming and they really need this kind of bait, let us know. We would always be looking for ideas for product.
All right, cool. All right, thanks so much. Have a good show.
You too.
That's a Buckeye hook?
Yep.
There's a wiggle on that thing. Good.
I gotta run.
Yeah, he's got to run.
Show that real quick again. I think we're gonna carry that.
What was so? That's the scope stick.
Scope shad.
Scope shad.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just talking about that, so that's perfect.
Yep. Very
This
cool.
new scope head by Buckeye.
Yep.
On the scope shad.
Sweet.
There you go. Yeah,
Thank you
it's brand
so much.
new. Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, Thomas said something about ending it. I think that's a great idea. So, yeah, so we'll try to come back a little bit later. I think we said 3:30 or ish, but there's some more stuff. I mean, there's just so much stuff here, guys.
Yeah, so Thomas will close you out. You still on there?
Yeah, we're still live going.
Fishing the DMV. We're going to have another session. Thomas will tell you when that is.
Real quick, guys, before we go, I saw these guys. We talked to them yesterday. Qualified Captain. They have the best shirts. Like all about boat ramp champ, and so funny. They got all these things that are dedicated to people that screw up on their boats. Anyway, so and he does classes, things like that. But I just thought his shirts were pretty awesome.
So the next session though will be kind of a new product showcase. We'll be able to walk through there and just kind of highlight all the new products that were entered into the new product showcase. We'll just kind of go through that. The winners have already been declared, but there's a lot of great products too that even though they didn't win are going to still be good to help us catch fish, more fish, bigger fish. So that'll be coming, I think, at the afternoon. Thomas will fill us in on that.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to this live stream. So what the plan is at 4 p.m, we're going to come back with the best in class showcase for all the Bluesers, for all the gear that was at Icast 2023. Again, 4 p.m. we're going to be coming back with another live stream where we're specifically going to be talking about all the different gear that won awards this year. So it's called the New Product Showcase. So set your calendars for 4 p.m. That's when we're going to be back, and we're going to see you then.